There we go.
There we go. Alrighty. Hi, everybody. How are we doing out there? Before we jump in the action, as per usual, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All of those things help us out tremendously. If you're interested in supporting our community a little bit further, consider becoming a member here in our YouTube channel. Memberships start at just $2 a month, and you gain access to some really cool emotes. Lastly, if you are interested in joining any of our campaigns, we got a bunch of open slots available in the Tuesday early campaign. They currently have 3 slots available, and we're about to start a whole new story arc, which is going to be very interesting. And we have an open slot available in the Sunday early campaign for the remainder of this current story arc and campaign altogether. Because in a couple of months, we're going to have to start a brand new one. And that's going to be interesting. See what they choose. Now, without further ado, go ahead and give us that recap, Bjorn.
Okay. Twindleaf is here to pick up Dresley since he's at the wrong school. Dresley refuses, and Tony makes the mistake of taking a bell as a gift from Twindleaf. Eventually, Twindleaf gets back in the car, tells Dresley he will be at the hotel, he's staying at, and when he changes his mind, he decides to go home. We head back to talk to someone, St. Clair, and bring them their dog. Oh, we get a dog that one of the schools, what are they called? The Elemental Phoenixes, I think, wanted us to bring a dog to them so they could do whatever kind of bullshit they could do. We brought them the dog, we figured out that they were going to do bullshit, and then we left with our dog. We then made our way to the Commons. Wow, okay. We made our way to the Commons, which is kind of a mall, I guess, type of thing. We find that there's multiple stages to set up. Dresley runs into Morgan Shadow, an old acquaintance who is trying to get a one-man 50 puppet show off the ground. Morgan wants Dresley to get some alcohol flowing to loosen up the crowd. So Durham pulls a little stand out of his bag and starts selling weed. And the principal and 2 teachers, Mrs. Szyminski, the herbalism teacher, and Mrs. Ambiola, the anger management teacher, buy weed from him. The show starts. Morgan goes first. He does okay. Emilio puts on a one-man show that is a big hit. Barnabas and Drez recognize that there's some magic behind it. The next performer is Gerald Sway. He evidently is a member of the team currently leading the freshmen in the freshman standings. Dresley ends up making a bet with him. Whichever team wins gets breakfast served to them by the person that loses the bet. Dresley is finally up and gives a poetry reading, which goes well. We find out that the principal has not gotten anything out of the assassin and is thinking about letting Gildart take a swing at him. We celebrate Dresley getting into the Enchanted Unicorns with an all-night dance party fueled by drugs and then recovered by bards. We met up with Gildarts in the morning, did our training. We all finished the run, but the sit-ups don't go as well for most of us. We find out that Tony's super sneakiness is actually a curse that he has from his last group's mission. Find out points are awarded for heroic acts, sneaking, and solving mysteries. Dern and Dresley head to the herbology lab to produce the stuff Dresley's picked up. Bjorn goes to do more exercise. Sybil heads back home and finds the librarian there who wants the promised bodily fluids from Gildarts. She mentioned something about already having the crows she needs. She then has an audience with her patron. They don't seem very happy with Sybil's father right now. Jeeves returns with information, not much on Gildarts, but about Tony's team's mission. They were investigating an ancient burial site on behalf of the secret group of Gildarts. 3 were killed. All blood and organs removed, the signs of necromantic energy. Sylvia lost her sanity. Tony, his curse. Gildarts was taken to medical and released after 2 weeks, but 2 doctors died while he was in there by spine and neck injuries. Jeeves knows the group, but is prohibited from speaking about it by Sybil's father. Barnabas returns Benny and promises the father to embarrass the St. Clair, the douchebag at the Elemental Phoenixes, at some point during the year. He gives him a camera to take pictures of it. He then heads out into the woods to commune with the Green Man and is visited by a vision. The Green Man appears yelling, Kela Van, C'est la vie, in what Barnabas thinks is Sylvan, but he doesn't understand it. He's given a vision of his family's sacred grove on fire, and his father pouring oil on the fire. Sends Little B to check on his mother and runs back to talk to Dresley and Bjorn. He attempts to tell them what the Green Man said. He butchers it, saying it back, but they manage to figure it out, that he was saying, stop the madness, all is destroyed. Barnabas explains his family's deal with the church in exchange for their land, and the clerics of the Green Man never receive visions directly from the Green Man. Dresley knows it can be difficult for gods to speak directly to their followers. He also knows the Green Man is Archfey of the Fall Court. We decide to wait for the morning to hear from Little B and sneak out to the farm. Sybil then fills us in on what she's learned, and we think Gildarts was cursed with lycanthropy, and that there was 3 student deaths, and maybe 1 that quit. Not the 2 and 2 that he told us. We make plans to offer a towel to Gildarts after our next workout to try and collect some sweat.
All done?
Yeah.
Okay. So, if I remember correct, end of last session, you guys decided that you're going to go out and check out the Bedrock Farmlands.
We were waiting till the morning after our training.
Right.
You're muted, Barnabas.
Yeah, it was already evening, so we were going to get up, do the morning training that we have to do with him, and then head out after that.
Because we didn't discover this until after the party, so that was like midnight or something.
Yeah, very late. All right. Well then, everybody, you get a nice long rest in. Barnabas, you're woken up in the middle of that night with Little B coming back and brushing into your nose. Then you get the animal messenger back from your mom.
Show off.
Barnabas, I'm fine. What has brought this concern out of you? Everything out here is fine. We're doing just fine. We're fine.
Everything's fine.
Is that normal for the way my mom talks?
You may roll an insight check. $19. She's usually not that repetitive, but everything else about the spell. You can't really lie with the spell. She cast the spell, and he came out here to give it to you.
Right. He was just repeating what she said.
Yeah. So you don't pick up any nuances to it, but she's usually not that repetitive.
Okay.
Anyways, as you're waking up, you hear the softest of knocks and the loudest of bells being dropped in front of your door. Sybil, same thing for you. Bjorn, are you still sleeping at the Mystical Griffins?
Yeah,
Okay.
but my bed's pushed right up next to Barnabas's now.
Bunk beds. You guys got bunk beds.
Oh, we got bunk beds.
Who's top bunk?
Bjorn, he can jump into the bunk.
Yeah,
I was
it's really
gonna
close to
make
the
that joke,
ceiling.
but I didn't want to sound racist.
I'm willing to be racist.
Oh, jeez. Okay, that's...
Racist to a hair
A
god.
landowner.
Tell me the landowner.
Oh, well, that just turned bad.
Yeah,
That's what you
what
want to
turned
say
it bad.
on
Yeah.
camera.
Just. Anyways, all three of you are woken up by Tony. Durin, Dresley, Pyre. The three of you do get your own little various signals that somebody is knocking to get you. Durin, the elemental phoenixes did give you a place to stay. It is inside of the servants' quarters, and one of the other servants comes over. Sir, there is a strange knocking at the door, but nobody was there when I checked. There was just a
that's Tony.
letter saying, Durin, please.
Okay, I know what that is.
Yes. Dresley, you are woken up by one of the bards coming in and knocking on your door. Hey, man. There's a note for you out front.
Oh fuck! Is it 6?
It's like 5:45.
Thank God, I'm not gonna get my ass kicked. Thanks.
Pyre, having your own special quarters set up right behind Eldermage High with all of the other total of 5 people who belong to the AV Club. You're woken up to the sounds of digital streaming of just repetitively right by your head, and you turn and you see one of those slide signs of mystery letter out front signed by T ?
What the fuck? Am I still sleeping? I reach over and try to touch it.
You touch it and it's there. It's like one of those advertisement signs that shops have. We have this on sale, but it's just these words instead.
What are the words say again?
Mysterious knocking out front, signed T ?
Can I respond to it or no?
No, this is just how they send messages because they're nerds. They don't like speaking to one another.
Antisocial bastards. Alright. I will gather my gear and I will head to the front door.
All right. So you would have been the first person picked up, followed by Enchantment Unicorn, so Dresley. Third would have been Durin, and then whipped around and picked up the other 3 in the Mystical Griffins that he's also staying in.
Oh, we're still wheel level 2, aren't we?
Yeah.
I just thought of something.
What?
Would it be possible if I could have someone sneak a note to the manager of the hotel to pass a message to our friend Glitter, who's still in my room?
Do you have somebody that could do that for you? Secretively?
I guess I could ask Morgan before he leaves. He just needs to hand Barley the note. The hand.
You will have to pay him because he is kind of a starving artist. But
Sure, man. I give him a platinum. That's more than he.
Oh, yeah, he's golden for a month. The concept of gold is
So
just
technically he's
non-existent.
platinum.
But
I mean,
anyways,
compared to Scrooge McDuck over here, I'm a penny pincher.
hey, you guys don't know he's Scrooging yet. Anyways, you get out front where Guild Arts is waiting. However, his usual pristine white wife beater that he wears has blood stains across it, and his knuckles look completely raw. All right, good morning.
Before I left, I would have grabbed 8 towels.
Towels? Okay.
Towels. 8, like, hand towels. I shoved them in my bag.
All right. Pick up the lead. This time, Dresley.
You okay, sir?
Working early. Couldn't sleep, you know? The nightmares of the things I've done and witnessed.
Oh,
Yeah, I get that.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think your flashbacks are the same, Durin. I think those are.
I mean, me and Durin killed men.
They've killed men. Durin has died.
That's true.
He
That
held the dying Sybil
forgot.
in his arms.
I forgot.
Like-
Durin has actually seen a lot of trauma for a level 2 character. I
I
forgot
wasn't,
about
even,
that.
I wasn't even level 2 for any of that.
We also witnessed slave trafficking, corpse mutilation, and child imprisonment.
Yeah, yeah.
We're pretty fucked for 15 to 16 right now.
Yeah, you're good.
14 to
What's up with that?
15. Keep my 14
Yeah.
to 15.
14 to 15.
Yeah, the only one of y'all that's 15 to 16 is part of this. But anyways. All right, Drez, in the front.
On it.
Are you guys doing your shakes and stuff today, or are you waiting until the last day?
We're waiting to the last day to do the wake up powder, but but after the workout on the second to last day, we're doing the muscle stuff so it heals better.
Gotcha, gotcha. Keep in mind you can guidance yourselves while doing this. Do 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 do.
So that would be. This would be the second to last day because this would be Saturday morning. Now, according to my internal according to my calendar,
Yes.
I think this is now Saturday morning.
This is
Okay,
Saturday,
so
but you have
after-
Monday as the last chance.
Oh, I thought you said Sunday was the day that we had to do the test for him.
Yeah, he said Sunday. If you don't finish it by Sunday, he's not going to talk to us.
Oh, that changes a little bit. But yeah. Go with what I said previously. All right, everybody.
Okay,
Athletics.
So we're going to take it Sunday and Monday, not Sunday and tomorrow.
Oh, damn,
Yeah,
Sybil.
Dear Lord, Sybil.
I'm not strong.
Oh wait. Well, my. Oh, 14. Okay.
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 If I see Sybil dying, I'll listen the pace enough that she's not gonna get killed because I know Bjorn's gonna help her.
Roll me a deception check when you do that. Keep in mind, Gildart says if he sees you holding back, he takes the lead.
Deception. Yep. Okay. That's a 16.
All right. What is his bonus to insight? Oh, okay.
God damn it!
Tiebreakers go in favor of the aggressor. He does not notice.
Wait, he's a -1? Holy shit!
You know he's not a wisdom
How
caster.
the fuck does he deal with Tony?
That's a very good question. He's a werewolf. He has advantage on perception with his nose
Yeah, this is insight, not perception.
Yep.
So,
to find Tony, though.
well, yeah.
Yeah, he just always smells Tony. Hey, use this cologne. Just. But anyways, Sybil, you are falling very far behind. It's just you haven't really developed muscles at all. You haven't developed the yearning to do this. I mean, you don't even have like the influx of hormones that make you more athletic at all. Nothing whatsoever. It is excruciating, and after about 2 blocks, you start lagging very far behind and get to the point where it's practically a walk of like, okay.
As Sybil starts to fall behind, can I transfer my guidance to her instead of me?
You can try to assist her to do better for the second
Alright.
check, as
Okay.
you guys always do.
I'll assist her, and I'll let Sybil roll with guidance instead of me.
All right, go ahead, Sybil.
And
You're
I'll
being helped
assist.
one more time. So you don't get advantage. This is the assisted roll, the second roll.
Wow.
5. Sybil, you push and you push and you push as hard as you can. And about 3 blocks in, you just pass out. God,
I'll pick Sybil
fucking
up.
damn it. However, everybody else, you completed the jogging portion 100%. When you get out front of Eldermage after that, Sybil, you're slapped awake with a little bit of smelling salts. I need you to give me a con save.
Does this count towards my thing?
No, smelling salts are not magical.
Oh, no, I mean the poisons.
Smelling salts are not a poison.
It's like rubbing a jalapeno under your nose.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering.
Yeah.
You said what? Constitution save?
Constitution save.
Yeah.
There it is.
Ooh! Oh, wow! You are awake, Sybil. Holy shit! This is better than anything you've done so far. Hey, passed out.
Yes.
Well, you're already on the ground. Start doing your sit-ups. All right, everybody. Next round of athletics checks. Sybil,
I'm
after
not-
waking up from this, you are... Yeah?
I'm not going to continue after I passed out.
Excuse me?
I said I'm not going to continue after I passed out.
So you're quitting, huh?
For today?
How is it not a single one of you has any fucking spine? Sorry,
Oh, please.
I shouldn't say that. Bjorn is the only one amongst you that has a fucking spine.
The fuck
did
did
I
you
do?
say?
He just looks over at you, Dresley. I said what I said. You have
I mean,
natural
technically we all have-
athleticism, but you're the last one to help anybody out.
Hey, he just helped me help Sybil through the running.
What?
He was helping when she passed out. That's how he led. You lead by helping. Isn't that one of those things?
No.
No, I thought I'd heard that once in a book.
You know what they say. Don't get caught. And I give him a shit-eating grin.
He'll walk right up to you, Dresley, and lean down. Are you saying you held the fuck back for them?
How's the height difference here?
About a foot. You're what, 5'4", 5'5" as an elf?
Yeah, 5'5".
A little less than a foot.
You're 5'5"? That's
He's an-
hilarious.
He's an elf. Elves aren't
We're
tall.
teenagers.
I'm 5'9".
Yeah, you're a UNT.
You're the tallest person in this group.
We're also
Unless Pyre's
teenagers.
tall.
We're starting high school.
Yeah.
Most people don't get puberty until after.
Wait, Sybil, you haven't even started puberty yet. How the fuck are you? What?
She's
Good
they're
genes.
14.
Good genes.
Fire's 5'10".
We're 14. Girls usually reach like
Yeah,
a full
that's
body
fair.
of 14, 15.
Fair.
Yeah.
Okay. But damn,
That's
you
what
are a
those start
giant.
early.
You are a giant compared to everybody else here.
Yeah, she's a tall girl.
I just imagined you were like 5 foot. Just
No, she's tall.
You're
Yeah,
muted.
Dresley will probably get another point something inches when the time we graduate.
Yeah. So he just said that to you? Are you saying you fucking slowed down and lied to me?
I'm saying I made sure my teammates were looked after.
He gives you a smile. About time one of you acts like a fucking leader. Good stuff.
I'm waiting for the punch. I'm not loosening my guard.
Oh, he just walks away from you.
I would also like to point out, not getting caught also means not bragging about the person you worry about getting caught by.
Yeah, isn't that something you guys came up with? A statue thing. The statue's over.
Statute of limitations?
That's it.
I had no idea what he was talking about.
Neither did I.
You think Faye have a concept of a thing ended?
I'm pretty sure they don't. I'm pretty sure your guys' memories go until forever.
Alright.
I'm gonna hand out towels to everyone to wipe down as we're finished. As we're done with the run. I even brought one for you, Gildart.
He
Throw it at him.
snags
Throw
it.
it at him.
Starts patting himself down with it. Ugh.
Don't
Just-
steal that. I have to return these to the house when I'm done.
Just more shit for Tony to clean. Anyways.
Hi,
Where this?
hi Bjorn. I've been
Bjorn, he's
standing
helping
here
you
the
with your
whole time.
sit-ups.
How you doing?
Who?
Hi, Barn. Bjorn, I am standing right here. It's nice. Literally across from you, helping Barnabas do sit-ups.
Best running gag.
So. Alright, Sybil, you're calling it quits here today. Since you guys actually did something to make me fucking proud of you for once. I expect at some point in time throughout the day, you will complete your sit-ups and push-ups. Bjorn, I'm holding you personally responsible to ensure she does.
Okay.
Everyone else... Yeah. He just walks away.
Did he leave the towel?
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure he
Is there
didn't walk
blood
off
on
with
the
it.
towel?
Oh, he dabbed himself a little bit. Got some of the excess blood on it as well.
Nice.
Oh, delicious.
Not his
Love
blood,
that.
of course. It's
Well, if he got it, if his broken knuckles were bleeding, you said
there's
he
a
had broken
chance.
knuckles.
There's a chance.
But overall sweat at the very least.
Sweat at the least.
Hey, we have a gross towel.
We have 6 gross towels, depending on perspective.
Yeah, but we need to keep one of them separate from the others.
So,
Anyone got a bag we could stick this in?
guys, I'm gonna be a little busy today. Gildarts gave me a secret mission I have to do before, school starts on Monday, so, good luck
Actually, all
and...
your missions are secret.
That's really funny. Good luck on all your missions, everybody, okay? Whatever you're gonna do, do your best, alright? Remember, stay positive. You're strongest together.
I'm gonna miss him.
Tony, that is the most clear I've ever heard you say anything.
I feel like we're
Who?
getting closer. Oh, the person standing right behind you.
And he walks away.
Sybil will walk up to Dresley and kind of like lean down to look at him.
Oh, now that you know you're taller than me, huh?
Yeah, no, I'm going to abuse it. she'll like put her hands behind her back and just lean down.
Don't forget, I can shoryuken your chin right off your head.
You stood up for me.
Why not?
I appreciate that.
Why not?
Yeah, I'm really an outstanding specimen here.
Yeah.
We're really slam dunking that part of being a teenager.
Yeah. But anyways, Tony has left all of you unattended too.
All right, everybody, finish your squats. Or sit-ups. Or whatever the hell these are.
Push-ups is what's left.
We have a very long day ahead of us.
All
All right. We'll do push-ups. Sybil, do you want to go take this now while we finish push-ups and then just meet us back here? We'll go out to the farm
And I'll just do Sybil's sit-ups.
for her.
Yeah.
If she doesn't actually do the work, the muscle bark's not going to help her later.
Don't worry, Bjorn. I'll take care of it.
Okay.
And I will take care of this as well. I'll take the towel with me.
So.
Oh, I guess I gotta roll my athletics.
Yeah. Good thing he left, huh?
Yup.
Yeah. Now I'm motivated by his. Now I'm motivated by his absence. Just him not being here makes me be able to perform better.
Alrighty. Well then, everybody, you take off. Or Sybil, you take off. Heading on over to the library, you get out front of it after Jeeves picks you up around the block and drives you all the way there. When you arrive, you see that they're just opening up the library now, close to 7 a.m. Hi, Sybil. Hi, how are you?
Horrible. How are you?
Oh, not so bad. What's wrong? Do you want a cup of tea?
No, thank you. I need to run. But I have this for you.
Is that his blood?
Unclear. But it is his sweat.
The sweat is his. Okay.
That much I do know.
That'll work. Make sure none of you stay close to him starting on Monday, okay?
For how long?
Huh?
For how long?
I only have 10,000 crows, so maybe a day or two?
Well, we're not particularly inclined to seek him out, so that shouldn't be a problem, but I will communicate it with the rest of the team.
Good.
Is there anything else we can do for you?
Oh no, this is it. Don't worry about him testing you guys on Monday. And she just takes the towel inside.
I like you, lady.
Thank you. I think you're a splendid child.
Thank you.
And she'll pat you on the head. Even though actually you're taller than her. But yeah, she'll walk inside.
I'll just do like, you know, a face that you do when someone does that, and it's like, thank you. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Do. You wander inside. Jeeves picks you up again. Lady Sybil, I'm not positive on how much you wish to reveal to your assets yet.
But if we are going to be exploring the bedrock landscape, our vehicle will not be allowed in past the first round of hay bears. Or hay bales.
I figured as much. Take care of things. You just take us as far as you can.
Will do. Would you like me to have an excuse for why we turned around? Or why I leave?
Good and hurt.
I can't hear you, dude.
Sure, good and hurt, just in case.
Very well, madame. And he'll drive you back over to Eldermage, where everybody else is just finishing up their exercises. Pyre, Durin, fucking exhausted and beat to hell. Barnabas, you know what? You're actually the first one done everything today. Tresley, it's always the last ones. The push-ups are what kills you the most. And Bjorn, of course. You just keep pace with everybody else so you don't make them feel bad.
Mm-hmm.
Hands down, the most athletic person in the party. Wants to be a mascot. But yeah, Sybil is brought out front by Jeeves, who moves about half a block down, parks, steps outside of the vehicle, and takes out a sausage, egg, and cheese croissant and starts eating that.
Mm.
Hello, everyone.
Is that done now then, Sybil?
Not only is it done, I have wonderful news for all of you.
What's that?
We won't be tested on Monday or Sunday, whichever day he said.
Sunday.
Sunday.
How come?
Let's say that we may not want to seek him out for a couple of days.
Why?
Well,
What's happening? Because of
I
his
don't-
hands?
I don't know. Don't know what that lady's going to do to him, but it sounded dire.
How do you mean dire?
She didn't want to reveal it to me.
Oh.
The hells hath no fury like a woman scorned.
Keep that one in mind.
I don't know. It's a phrase I read once.
I wonder if she's the same person who cursed the whole party.
I don't think so. I have a feeling she's just Gildart's ex.
Oh.
I have a hard time believing that we're going to have enough good fortune that whatever she's going to do is actually going to stop him from testing us.
Well, he might still test us, just not when he said he would.
Hmm. Yeah, but he has to turn in the note by Monday.
Oops.
No, but if he doesn't turn in the note, we don't pass.
We'll have to sort something out.
All right, well, I guess that's a problem for another day.
So,
Are we
It's
taking the
really-
potion
you
today,
can't prove
or are
it.
we taking it tomorrow, Dresley? The after workout.
If today is Saturday,
it is.
when is Sunday the final test or Monday the final test?
Sunday is the final test.
Okay, so yes, we are taking the muscle bark now, so our muscles will get stronger.
And it is
Okay.
a very thick powder that you have to mix up into liquids, preferably water.
I don't know if you want a little more texture. Milk.
I'm going to use the fountain.
All right, well, we'll stop and get water, and
Yes.
I'm gonna mix mine up with like Mountain Dew or something, and just.
Oh, that's gonna be a flavor.
Nah, it's not good. It's so not good.
Yeah, sounds nasty.
No, Mountain Dew's delicious, but mixing with fucking
Chocolate
No,
Protein
yeah.
powder.
But anyways, as you guys go over,
Knowing what we were doing today, I would have brought all of my gear with me.
You don't carry your gear around with you at all times?
Not normally to the guild art workout, because normally we go back and clean up and everything afterwards. But
Shower.
yeah,
We are gonna need a shower. We stink.
absolutely. But yeah, we fast track past that. It's normal working, functioning hours. You guys are waking up at 8 a.m. Just when everybody else on campus is starting to get into their groove.
all right. Are we ready to head to the farm?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right.
Is Jeeves gonna give us a ride, Sybil?
Up to a certain point, yes.
Okay. Yeah, Dad's not a giant fan of cars, so yeah, we probably should drive up the whole way, anyways.
So,
Is there like entry points into the land, like guard posts or anything? Or is it just not that type of world where you need guard posts at?
it's not that type until you
Okay.
get deeper inside, and then there's periodic stops. But
Okay.
these are the villages that you have to get through. Because you can't really trot through the farmlands without people seeing
Right.
where you went. You can't just sneak your way through. Like,
I'm not planning to it. I was actually wondering if there's a place where I could get his horses.
oh, absolutely. Anywhere on that plantation,
Okay.
you want a horse, you get a horse. But anyways, how about we... You all begin driving, heading on out towards the Bedrock Farms. This is the closest thing to country music I could tolerate. As you crest the gentle rise, the full majesty of the Bedrock Farmlands unfolds before you. A breathtaking, lush, fertile land stretching as far as the eyes can see. The golden hues of ripening wheat blend seamlessly with the vibrant greens of cornfields and orchards. Their neat rows creating a natural mosaic under the sky, blue and clear. Scattered throughout the landscape are quaint villages, each a cluster of charming cottages with smoke curling around chimneys, evidence of the thriving communities that call these fields home. In the distance, the grand silhouette of the Bedrock Estate rises, a testament to the family's enduring legacy. Its impressive architecture stands proud amidst manicured gardens and ancient oaks, their branches whispering secrets of the past. The estate's surrounding fields are dotted with the occasional windmill, their blades turning lazily in the breeze, adding a rhythmic hum to the symphony of nature. Now, as you all get up this little crest on a rise, Jeeves does pull over. I believe this is as far in as we can go. I do have to run back and attend to some cleaning at the house.
Well,
Are
thank you,
we-
Jeeves.
Are we outside one of the villages?
You're roughly about 2 miles away from one of the villages.
Okay.
And to drive all the way out here, it did take you guys, like, almost an hour. Now, everybody else, as you look around, you see that there is a sign labeled Bedrock Farmlands. Population, 11,000.
It's a big number.
And all of you are none the wiser, aside from Sybil, at all of this landscape, what resides here, how influential the family is here, all of that jazz.
What's the closest town to where we're at?
The closest town would be Plowman's Rest.
Plowman's Rest is a couple miles this way. We can go get horses and we can ride the rest of the way to my family's house. I'm assuming our house is not in one of the towns.
No,
it's on its own land.
It
somewhere.
is its own, the actual, yeah.
Barnabas, correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought we were going to avoid your house going to check out the grove.
I thought better of that. I think we should start at the house. I think it will be... I think I can explain to my father why I brought everyone here. And I think...
Everyone?
Well, all of you guys.
Even Pyre, wearing his Game Boy.
I'm not wearing the fucking Game Boy. I'm simply carrying it.
You don't have like a neck lanyard connected to the bottom or anything?
No, I'm not that fucking nutty.
My dad doesn't he's not going to smite him for carrying technology. He just doesn't like using it in the family. He deals with people that use technology.
So he is gonna... Oh wait, different kind of deal.
Different kind of deal. I mean, we could try and sneak straight out to the grove if you want. My bigger concern is my father finds out that I am on the land and I didn't stop by the house first.
Hey, it's your family, your land, permission from God. I'm just trying to clarify what the plan is.
So I think we'll go out to the house. I'll tell Father that we are done and we had a couple of days, so I thought I'd show everyone where I grew up, and then I'm gonna take you guys around the lands, just kind of explore, and then we'll go back, and that we plan on going back to town tonight.
I just realized I've been playing the wrong song this entire time.
Oh.
I was gonna say, I was hearing a distinct lack of banjo.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to have banjo, it can also have fiddle.
No, in my world, if it's gonna be country land, it's a banjo. Fiddles are badass instruments. Banjos are not. Anyways, you guys begin heading your way out to Plowman's Rest. As you are heading over there, you notice that there's a handful of farmers already out in the open fields that are plowing right now. They have these very long scythes cutting down stems of wheat and getting to piling everything up and storing them in top of these large bundles and bales that they place on the back of carts. It's like this is 100 years ago or something. Everybody out here is working slowly, or not slowly, but everybody's working without the assistance of things that just make life so much easier. Even as you're passing by, you see a couple of the farmers notice you, Barnabas, going by and take off their hat. Morning, Big B.
You're popular.
You're muted.
My family has owned this land for multiple generations. And I'd like to think we've always taken care of the people that live here well.
Hey, Big B!
Just wave. I can't possibly remember all of them, but I don't. Anybody that I do recognize, I will call by name. I just can't imagine that I'm going to know everyone that's going to know me.
No, absolutely not. But they know you.
Right.
There's
Yeah.
Francis, there's George, there's Megan, there's Tommy.
There's Bill, there's Billy Bob, there's Billy Bob Ed, there's Ed Bob Billy. There's
Barnabas would probably want to know their names. He just can't feasibly store that many names in his head.
not a fighting chance. However, as you are walking through and heading over to the Plowman's Rest, you all see that there's actually quite a quaint village here. There appears to be about 12 cottages, surrounded by a towering windmill and several large barns where they are storing various different tools and crops that they're pulling in to get ready to ship out. And even as you're walking through there, you see that there's a couple of the cross-country truckers setting up their very large trucks to pick up these humongous bundles of hay and, well, wheat and getting ready to ship them out. As you guys are walking through, you notice the handful of shops that they have in this rest are all Bedrock named as well. Bedrock's Apothecary, Bedrock and Bottoms. That's the brothel.
I'm not allowed in that one.
Yeah.
Not for one more year.
You're really popular out here.
Joey, they're not using like company money, right? Like sorry, wrong word. Like they're not having to pay with Bedrock dollars or anything, right?
Oh no! It's trade a coin.
They'll pay in company script.
Yeah.
No, definitely not at Plowman's Rest.
I'm gonna head to whatever the stable is here at the rest.
Bedrock Stables. As you walk up, you recognize Mitchell. He's a younger guy, just a few years younger than you, who his pa used to be the person who runs and handles the stables, but his dad died a couple of years ago. He took over. Your dad skirts around the legality of a child running the stables, but the community takes care of him. They make sure he's tended to. He makes exactly the same wages that his father made, like all of that.
There's nothing wrong with 13-year-olds having a job. It's perfectly normal.
Yeah. Come walking up.
Mitchell!
Howdy, Big B. How you been?
I'm good.
Awesome. He comes over and gives you a very firm handshake. Well, I see you brought with you some of those Spellington Heights folks with you. Whew, y'all look spiffy.
I brought my adventuring party to come see the homestead.
Oh, wait, you actually went? I didn't hear nothing about you actually going.
I did. I'm getting ready to... I finished everything else. I'm getting ready to start my first week.
Hey, be sure not to fail out this time. Your pa said that this is the last straw, you know?
I am doing everything I can to not. I need to borrow a few horses to get... I really don't feel like walking to the house.
Oh, sure. Let me check what we have to spare right now for you. Anything we need. I assume you need the bit brittle and all the saddles and all that jazz as well?
Yeah, they don't have anything. Do any of you know how to ride horses?
Know how to be a horse?
Define riding a horse.
Have you ever ridden a horse?
Define riding a horse.
I don't like that you're asking for clarification.
Getting on the back of a horse and going somewhere on the back of the horse is a form of locomotion.
Do any of you have land vehicle proficiency?
No.
No.
Isn't land vehicle carts and
horses?
Oh, I thought animal handling was horses.
That's something else, too. I mean, I rode on a horse while I was moving.
So yeah, none of you know how to do that.
All right, so docile animals.
Okay, would it maybe be a little easier on you if I if I got like a cart or something for y'all to pull up there.
That would
no.
probably help.
What's the terrain like getting to the grove?
Oh, there's no roads out to the grove, but
How close to the grove can I get by road?
within about 5 miles.
All right. Yeah, I guess. Let's do the cart.
All right, then, we picked up on a trade not that long ago, the Halfling Dash. Very, very strong horse we got here, and they bring out, it's like between a pony and a horse, but very fucking muscular and strong.
Me a mule?
No, it's not a mule. Completely different creature type. This is a Halfling Dash. It's the breed of horse it is. They're only found out in Halfling country.
Can I roll an insight to see if he's been swindled and is just too proud to admit it?
You can roll a nature check to see if this is real or not. 4. You don't know horses.
Yeah.
Horses are those things people used to drive before cars.
Not that I know those either.
But yeah,
you got hit by one.
we'll let this good boy right here. Here, you can meet him, and I'll get the cart and everything situated for all you guys. Y'all already have breakfast?
We did. Thank you.
Kind of.
Oh, Madame Lusa, over at the Naughty House. She made me this delicious apple pie, and well, if you want a slice, I can cut y'all off some slices. Yeah.
That'd be great.
All right, cool. Damn. He goes and, oh, one of y'all want to help me carry the slices out to y'all? I'm gonna bundle them up, but I only got so many hands. 2.
Sure.
Here you go.
All right, so you two go over to help him as he slices them up, starts wrapping them in handkerchiefs and storing them in a basket for you guys. Oh, shoot, so how fun is it, traveling around with one of the bedrocks, huh? I mean, Big B, he's kind of like, he's the cool one of the family,
I see that.
Yeah.
It's so nice of you to say.
Oh, he's saying this while you're out of earshot.
while
He's just
I'm out of
talking to those
earshot, okay.
two. Yeah. So Dresley, Bjorn?
Yeah, it really is. He really doesn't let his reputation get to his head. I'm prying for information. Subtly.
Roll me persuasion.
$13.
Oh, I wouldn't worry nothing about his reputation. He's a good guy. A little bit on the lazier side, but when he was out here working with all of us, he was working with us, He kept pace as best as he could muster, and he stayed out longer because, he couldn't get his production done in the amount of time that everybody else could, but, it's his training during the holidays and such. During the summer and such, and, everybody out here really likes him. At least all the folks that I've met, but then again, I've only met people from, at this point, 13 villages?
There's more?
Shoot, I sure hope so. 8,500 square miles of farmlands, you need plenty of villages to support that.
I'm not smart. I don't know how big that is.
Imperceptible. Inconceivable.
Look onto the horizon. All that the light touches is owned by Barnabas.
Well, no, we don't stop where the light touches. You see, after that, there's a little bit of hills, and it keeps going. Yeah, his family's owned all this land for quite some time, but everybody I've met in all 13 villages, they've liked him. Can't always say the same thing about his sister, though. Well, of course, some people like her, you know what I'm saying? I never get that joke.
Neither do I.
Oh, but here you guys go. I'm also going to squeeze in a few fresh apples in here for y'all. Don't, say nothing about it.
Thanks.
All right, Big B. He puts the picnic basket in the back of a very simple cart. All of y'all can load yourselves up in there, and well, you got the reins? Muted.
Sure.
All right, there you go. All right, y'all take care now. We'll see you about.
Thanks, Mitchell.
Make sure you bring Halfling Dash back here after you're done with her, all right?
I will certainly make sure of it.
Thank you. See you guys. Damn, nice folks. Nice folks.
So the madam gave this young man her pie, huh?
Not that, madam.
I had to make the joke, man. You set it up too well.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I don't have vehicle proficiency. I do have animal handling.
I labeled it that because you grew up on the farmlands. You can't handle actual land vehicles, but you can handle horses fine.
Okay.
It's a benefit of your background.
So do I need to roll animal handling, or I'm not doing anything fancy? I'm just taking the cart out.
No, you're not doing anything
Okay.
fancy. You're just getting everybody up on the cart, and you're starting to take off. Now, for all of you, other than maybe Durin, I would say this is probably your first time in the back of a cart instead of a car. It's a different experience.
Bumpy.
Very bumpy. They don't really have, shocks on it to suppress the jutting up and down as it's happening. It's kind of aggravating to sit on, but, I mean, the landscape out here is beyond gorgeous, beyond beautiful. Smells like shit, though. That's something none of y'all city folk, except Dresley, are acclimated to.
Barnabas, where they hide the liquor in here?
The cart? There's not any liquor in the cart.
What? Sybil's car had all the liquor.
Sybil's car was
This is a
nicer
cart.
than this cart.
Cart has a T on the end. Cart.
Oh, so it's the
don't
tea.
So
so
where's
this-
the tea?
There's no tea either.
Oh.
They don't have anything. They just have hard seats.
Jeez.
We'll get something at the house. Though you won't find a whole lot of alcohol there. Dad's somewhat of a straight liner when it comes to that.
So what do you do out here?
But what do all the people do, or what did I do when I was out here?
Both.
I mean, for the most part, everyone does their part in the fields or supporting those in the fields. Mitchell runs the stable that keeps up for the horses that they need for moving the grain in and out from the fields and plowing and. But for downtime, they have bars or they have taverns and stuff that they go to when they're done with their work day or work week.
Saloons.
Saloons.
That's a tavern, a bar, and a brothel.
Hell
Yeah, all rolled into one.
Multitasking. At its finest.
I spent most of my time at the house and the lands immediately surrounding it. I mean, we have, a small library and stuff like that at the house.
So you work in this?
We work. I did a lot of praying.
Don't be
Spent a lot-
modest, Mr. Bedrock. All 13 towns know who you are.
There's more than 13 towns. 13's with the number Mitchell had gone to.
I know, that's all Dresley thinks is here.
Yeah, he's just correcting you.
Yeah, there's more than 13, Dresley. And I don't...
You can roll a
I
history.
visit all of them. If I visited all of them at some point in time, I would guess. Even briefly.
Not the ones farther
out.
Yeah. So 15 on your history check. Okay. There is a total of 72 towns.
So there's 72 towns. I haven't been to all of them.
Oh, last time you checked, 72.
Last time
Sorry.
I heard there was 72.
Oh.
I mean, there's over 10,000 people that work for the family. You got to house them somewhere, and when you're that spread across, you can't have everyone work in one central location. They'd never be able to make it out to the fields in time. I mean, the farthest town is 1,000 miles away, roughly. Takes a couple of weeks on horseback to get there.
And you own all of this.
Well, I don't own it. I don't own any of it. Dad owns it, and my brother will inherit it.
Huh.
Remember, I was destined for the religious life. My brother's the heir, my sister's the backup.
What I mean to ask, Barnabas, why have I been paying for all your meals?
You offered?
Fair point.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Dresley. I'm not carrying around the type of cash you are. Just because my father has a lot of money and land doesn't mean I have as much as you're carrying around.
I guess we'll just have to deal with your favor later.
Okay.
Is that why your sister wants to be an adventurer? Because she has nothing else?
My sister has always resented her position in the family. Yeah, and she resented my brother, and because of his position, for obvious reasons. But she couldn't do anything to him. He was older and the heir, and he was never really the type to abuse it over us. He was always good to us, but she still resented the position she was in. And so, yeah, I think that's why she seems to so want to separate herself from the family back at school. Imagine that's what's within the skies. And oh, sorry, I cut you off somewhere.
No, I just said interesting.
Yeah.
So
We'll have to figure that out. But still, I need to talk to her again.
on horseback or in the cart, you all continue heading over to the estate. You saw it from a distance, even as far away as you were, on top of that little crest of the hill. But when you get closer to it, you really realize how large this estate is. I mean, the primary building there by itself either has the tallest ceiling in the world, or maybe 3 stories tall. It's old, though, made out of mostly wood and a few other trimmings and metal to hold it together, but as you get closer to it, you estimate that this house is maybe half the size of Eldermage High itself. And even as you're getting closer, you see that there's a handful of employees out front tending to the immediate garden, the gardeners of the estate. Something that your mother brought with her to the family, supposedly. Of course, you've never seen it without it. And even as all of you are pulling up on Cartback, you see that there's a handful of halfling children that run, keeping pace with the cart, kind of interested to see who it is coming all the way out here. As that is happening, you all do notice something that's a little contradictory to what Barnabas has been telling you. You see a town car pulling away and leaving.
That's weird. I wonder who Dad had visited. It wasn't the town car that we found with Dresley, was it?
Roll me a perception check. No, it's shorter than that one. However, you do see the license plate, which is WHL Hung. What? You guys pull out front, and one of the servants come over to you.
Hey there, Big B. How you been, buddy?
Good, good.
Here, let me take that that horse away from you. Wasn't expecting you to be back so soon. Are you still participating over at that school?
Yes, we're luckily I got paired up with a good group of adventurers, and we've actually managed to get ahead of pace on where we needed to be. So
So you coming back here to remember all of us small farm folk, huh?
Yeah, you know, every once in a while you gotta mingle with the little people, you know.
Say
hello. Yeah, you know, kiss some babies, shake a hand, you know.
Oh, see, I always thought it was shake the baby, kiss the hand.
You know, I thought so when I was younger, and I got a lot of trouble for that.
Funnier. Anyways, who's all these folks with? And he gets silent as he looks over up the stairs past you, and you recognize the look on his face of, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
Behind me?
Behind you.
Turn around.
All of you see a man that looks very remarkably similar to Barnabas, though a little older, at least with the cracks in his face for the Genasi side, walking down the stairs over towards all of you. He has this wide brim blue hat that really makes his eerily glowing green eyes predominant as he looks at all of you. Looks over at you, Barnabas. Barnabas.
Father, I would like you to meet my adventuring party from the school. This is Bjorn, Dresley,
Hey.
Durin,
Hi.
Pyre, and I'm sure you are
Hello.
aware of Sybil. Everyone, this is my father,
Mr.
Rufus
Bedrock.
Bedrock the Fourth.
Pleasure. Mind telling me what y'all are doing up here on the farmlands?
Well, we're ahead of schedule. We have finished our entrance exam. Everyone has spots in houses. We just need to go through the formalities, which won't be till Monday. So since we had a few days off, I thought I would bring my party up here to, show them where I grew up and what where I lived, and we'll head back down tonight so that we're, ready to go back at it.
Well, we weren't expecting all of y'all to be up here, but your mother made some
cream chip beef and biscuits. You're all invited to partake in breakfast. Come on.
Oh, thank you.
He turns and you see, like, none of you really noticed it very well, but he kind of, like, spools up a whip and latches it to his left side, and on his right side, he has the most shiny chrome barreled revolver with this, like, ivory tusk looking grip handle that any of you have ever seen on his other hip.
Nice whip.
He'll look over at you.
It, gets the job done. Sorry, I, lead this family not to have much in the way of vanity.
Says, looking directly at you, Barnabas.
Yes, it's all about serving the community and, you know, doing our roles.
Kick the dirt off your boots, or whatever you wear. He looks at your sandals, Durin.
Before you step inside, don't need to be cleaning the rug again.
And as soon as you walk in, it is the most outrageously beautiful, high-ceiling, pure white-colored foyer with this amazing chandelier above your heads and even a glass ceiling high above that that's allowing daylight to flood inside. There's this centralized rug that carries through the main area that looks hand-woven and expertly so, with a handful of tables with fresh flowers. Barnabas, you know that these flowers are advertisements to new prospecting customers towards whatever your family is selling. Each of them are just there to represent the different things that they have. Some of them are green, some of them are edible. A lot of them are good for different colors if people need for fabrics and stuff like that as well. You go over towards the dining hall where you see this magnificently long table easily sits 40 people, but he seems to walk past that towards the kitchen where there's a nice island and just Barnabas's mom currently cooking on the stove and looks over. Barnabas.
Mother.
She'll stop cooking for a moment, walk over to you and give you a kiss on the forehead. Nice to see you back home so soon, hopefully under good circumstances.
Good circumstances, Mother. We passed everything that the school has assigned us. House is picked.
That's good.
Graduation exercise or entry test done. I'll introduce everyone. I'll introduce her to everyone. Everyone, this is my mother, Isabella.
Pleasure. Hi, how are you?
I'm
She
excited
comes over
that-
with an incredibly warm smile.
Your food smells great.
It really does.
Oh, thank you. I suppose I'm going to have to make a little bit more for everybody, but that's not a problem at all. I always make a few extra biscuits.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Mrs. Bedford.
And you as well. Sybil, right?
Yes.
Pleasure. I believe I met the mayor, Extaminos, a few years ago for the first time.
So I heard.
Allow me to help you out with that extra food, man.
Oh, thank you. You come over and, are you proficient in cooking? Oh, he walked away.
He went to help.
But anyways, your father sits down at the small island inside of the magnificently large kitchen. This was your opening scene, Barnabas, where you stepped in. There is a lot more to the estate, but your family doesn't use all of it. It's mostly inherited areas. Your plates are loaded up with very large, fluffy, steaming biscuits and poured with the very thick, creamy chipped beef over top of it that is perfectly seasoned with just salt and pepper. Nothing fancy. Fresh squeezed orange juice at the ready.
Always one of my favorite breakfasts.
Everybody, care to pray with me?
Sure.
She does the hold hands thing, and don't feel like you're obligated to pray or anything like that. I understand some people live a much more non-appreciative lifestyles towards the powers of be.
Many people, many faiths, Mother.
Yes, of course. That's what I meant.
Oh no.
Anybody not praying?
I mean,
I'll pray. I mean, it's only polite.
I'm not
He doesn't-
praying out loud.
Dresley doesn't know how to pray, but he'll just do the gestures.
Here, young man, take
Likewise.
my hand. And everybody holds hands. Thank you, Green Man, for this delicious, nourishing feed that we are about to partake in. Thank you so much for allowing us to farm the most delicious flour in all of the realm and have within our granaries and everything else the necessary foods to be able to support the many, many communities around the world that without it would go hungry during the cold season that's about to be upon us. Thank you for helping my son, your future cleric, maybe even archcleric, to become the utmost amazing cleric he can possibly be. Thank you for guiding him back home on this day. What a lovely surprise as well. And most importantly, thank you for continuing to nourish this land for all of us.
Thank you.
Very nice of you.
Praise be the Lord of soil and grain.
Praise be the Lord of soil and grain.
Pyre has like a flashback in his mind where he could have swore he's seen this movie before called The Wicker Elf.
Oh.
So everybody help yourselves, dig in, come on.
Oh, hell yeah.
The food doesn't bite back.
Already
this-
better than my home cooking.
With the start of harvest, I'm surprised you're not already out in the fields, Father.
Had an early morning meeting with somebody.
That must have been the car that we saw driving away when we came in.
Very good. Yeah, they ain't from around the parts, but it's business. And he gives you a look before his eye like flickers to Sybil and then away.
Well, well, sometimes business must be done early. We've been starting to get used to that ourselves. Our instructor has been making us get up almost as early as we do during harvest season to start our day.
Your father begins taking a sip of his orange juice. Your mother looks over. Oh, who's your instructor?
Man by the name of Gildarts.
Your father spits back into his drink.
Like trying to catch it.
Gildarts, you say?
Yes.
He
Have you heard of him?
He puts the orange juice down and kind of like leans back in his chair a little bit and yeah, I'm aware of him.
Seems he has a good long friendship with the principal. You know, principal must have really wanted to make a good impression to put, you know, his favorite faculty advisor with us.
Do your best not to get in any trouble while you're there. Don't give Mr. Gildarts any reason to discipline you.
Oh, of course not. I've been doing quite well with my studies so far this year. We've already completed our task.
Oh, that is wonderful. And you already signed up for all of your religious studies, practical religion, applied religion, faith of the green man, the turning of the soil, all of that?
We don't actually sign up for classes till Monday.
Well, that just seems horribly inefficient. You know,
Well, they have to filter out who is and isn't going to make it into the school first before they bother doing signups. Otherwise, you could have a whole bunch of people sign up for a class, all of them fail, and you've got an empty period for no reason.
I mean, I suppose, yeah, but anybody who's signing up for any of those useless classes like that, they're going to be too lazy to assume they're going to be making it in anyways. Anyways.
Just give Barnabas a look. Just a nice smug grin.
I found out recently that apparently your father had graduated from Eldermage High. Maybe he can give you a few pointers on what to do while you're there. Barnabas, you never heard that before.
You went to school at Eldermage, Father?
Yep, I did. That was before the current principal, of course.
I didn't know how long he'd been principal.
Well, couldn't have been that long.
Say, darling, why don't you talk to him about all this? Maybe give him some good pointers to get through it.
Don't need that many pointers. Keep your head down, do good work, do hard work. Don't get yourself killed or in trouble.
All solid pieces of advice.
If I raised you right, you'll get it done.
I will, and I have a fabulous group to help me. And I've ran into Lucille already, so I can always talk to her if I need to.
That damn woman.
Rufus, language at the table.
That darn woman.
Where's brother?
He headed over to the school early. Left yesterday.
They apparently want him to be in charge of,
leading his entire house. He's going to be accepting all the new freshmen that are joining in, helping each of them to get situated, and he's working as a residential advisor.
What house did my brother graduate from?
Oh, he didn't go to Eldermage High.
That's right.
He went to university.
Yeah, that's right. He went to Eldermage Academy.
Yeah.
He went to the other one. Yeah. That's right. I forgot about that.
The mention of your brother, he starts actually talking.
Yeah, and it would appear that he's en route to graduate the top 2% of his entire class out of 120 students. So, very proud of him on that one. And it would also appear that he's about to set a new school record for consecutive missions successfully achieved without losing anybody in his party. He's a hard worker. He's a good worker, that boy. Very goal-oriented, very focused on everything in front of him.
You must be very proud of him.
Exceptionally so.
V was always the best.
Sure is. And he just cuts into the food and takes a big bite.
Your mother just kind of looks over at you and over at him. So Durin, being the only person who came from a functioning, fully loving household, These parents
This is
act
weird.
more like work associates than parents.
This is weird.
What's weird? Is there anything wrong with the food? I
Oh
promise. I
no, the
cooked it.
food's fine. The food is phenomenal.
The biscuits are supposed to be very flaky.
Oh, they are. Don't worry about that. No, I just meant like. Well, I don't want to sound rude, but like.
Then don't.
Okay.
Well, I thought I would just show everyone around a bit and, try to stay out of the way. Not.
Oh, we are more than happy to have you bring all your friends out here and have a look-see around. It's nice that you got some friends already in town. Yeah. Make sure you don't show off too terribly much. Nobody likes that type of person.
We didn't even know he lived on a farm. Or at least not a farm like this.
I just told him we were farmers. I didn't tell him anything more than that.
Just make sure you didn't bring them all here just to show off. Excuse me, I gotta get to the fields.
Good day, Father.
He'll nod towards you.
Thank you again for having us, sir.
You're welcome. After he leaves, there's a visible like exhale in the room that none of you realize you were all holding on to. Well, if y'all are done with breakfast, I'm just gonna package everything up and start cleaning everything as well. I have my prayers I have to commit to before noon, so honey, do keep them outside of my way for all of that. I need to focus on my prayers.
Not a problem.
Thank you. Yep.
Oh, did I hear my father leave?
Oh, yeah. You hear the front porch just swing open. The front door swings open and closes.
You sure there's nothing going on, Mom?
Nothing at all.
Nothing weird going on with Dad?
Not that I've been able to see. You should be a little bit more respectful towards your father. He is your dad.
Respect was never the problem with Father, Mom. It's not a lack of respect for him.
I think I want to go out and look at a field. Everybody else come with me.
Okay.
All right. Y'all
And
be
I
safe while you're out there, okay?
We will, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for the food, Mrs. Bedrock.
You're most welcome, Sybil. Looking forward to have you guys back. Keep in mind, if you got to travel real far to get home, you're always welcome to stay here on the holidays.
Wow, thanks.
Of
I'd
course.
take you up on that.
Absolutely. But we will put you to work.
Don't worry, winter break is easy. You don't do anything during the winter other than slop the pigs and feed the cows and
As soon as we get outside, I'll be like, why do we got to work over our break? We work every day at school.
Hey, I don't mean to be rude, but your family's a little weird.
No, we're all outside. We leave Alex in
Yeah.
there with his mom. So they can have a heart-to-heart.
Oh, that's what you were trying to achieve.
Yeah, I knew what he was doing.
Okay. So everybody
I-
else. Do.
Okay, then Pyro would just say, I don't mean to be rude, but his family's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like he hasn't met them before.
It's like, have any of you ever seen the movie Wicked Elf?
I thought his dad was just looking for a fight.
No, I'm more looking for now like effigies that they're burning for this green man. I feel like that's what's happening here.
What are you talking about? That was a normal family conversation.
Are you sure? It didn't feel like it.
That was not a normal family conversation.
No, not at all. I was fully expecting a sacrifice to be had in the middle of the dinner table to inaugurate the new friends that Barnabas definitely made.
Oh, the prayer was the smallest of the problems.
No, I'm just saying I was expecting that. And I hate that we're in the western part of this goddamn place because my fucking western accent's gonna start coming out. Anyway.
There we go.
But no, I truly think a bit out of a depth here. Not in a like, oh, we can't handle this. I think more just like we can't handle the familial drama that's happening within the confines.
I think it's not for us to handle.
I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying I don't want to be near it. And that is there's a certain type of, awkwardness I don't want to deal with. You know what I mean?
You're not going to like the time when you meet my family, because it's kind of like that, but not quite as bad, and there's 12 of us.
Why do none of you have a good relationship with your parents? I don't understand.
Yeah.
Well,
I
when
do.
you're 26 of 26, you don't really get time with your parents.
I did have a good relationship with my second mom and my first mom, but my dad and I have an okay relationship, but he's more interested in my mom's.
So back on inside,
Y'all need therapy.
Yes,
helping your
we
mom
do.
gather the plates and bring them over to the sink.
Mom,
Yes,
I had a
Barnabas.
vision.
What? What's your vision?
I'm gonna sit her down. He came to me, Mom.
Your father?
No,
I mean, he went away a couple of days ago, but
him. Green Man
Green Man.
visited me in a vision.
What are you talking about?
I was praying in a garden when I woke up in a bed of vines. And when I looked up, I saw his visage, at least 20 feet high. He kept saying the same thing over and over to me. And I didn't understand it. But it was in Sylvan. And luckily, two of my friends speak it. At the same time, he showed me a vision of the grove on fire. And Dad
You mean
pouring
the Grove?
the grove. And Dad pouring oil on the fire. The hell is he doing?
Roll me a persuasion roll.
I'm gonna use Lore Keeper.
$17. Barnabas, you you should probably keep nonsense like that to yourself. More than likely, you've been partying. I can tell you've had some level of illicit unions already since you've been out there. Fairly certain you just had a bad dream or reaction to something. Nothing like that can happen. Green Man don't talk to nobody.
Don't you think I know that?
And that's why I'm telling you, you need to stop it with this nonsense. Take what you know and move forward.
So that's it. I'm just making this up or made it up in my head.
I'm not saying you're making it up. I'm saying that sometimes people drink, sometimes people do some bad things, get overexerted, stressed, and they have weird dreams. Barnabas, we've talked about this. Your brother is going to be in charge of the family. All right? You're not unimportant. You don't need to make up these stories like when you were younger about anything like that. We still love you. You're still very important to us. Your father loves you even if he don't act like it in the way that you would like. He still loves you.
Father loves that I fulfill the family obligation.
I'm not going to have you bad-mouthing your father here. But keep nonsense like that to yourself, or else they're not going to accept you within the church. Ain't nobody heard from the Green Man in hundreds of years, and it ain't starting with a thirdborn. I'm sorry.
All right, well, I'm going to go show my friends around before we head back for the night.
All right, sweetheart. Hey, she puts an arm over you. You are special, all right? In your own little way, you're special. Gives you a kiss on the temple.
I love you, Mother.
Love you too, Barnabas. What do you have all them farm hands calling you, a big B?
Yeah, it just kind of grew out of Little B.
Right. Well.
All right, I'm leaving.
All right. And as you walk out the front, where everybody is having their hushed conversation, we're going to go ahead and take our break, everyone. We'll be right back.
Alrighty.
All right, you country folks. You all are sitting out there gossiping about Barnabas before Barnabas steps out with a little bit of a, I don't know, what's the expression on your face after your mother maybe told you the truth, maybe gaslit you?
I think Barnabas is annoyed. He thinks he's being ignored again. Alright, well, that was a complete and utter waste of time.
So Mom she didn't corroborate.
Mom believes I'm lying or misremembering things. So she's not going to be any help. So we're just going to have to go out there and see for ourselves.
So, as you guys are walking away, getting back inside of your cart, Bjorn. Yep, Bjorn. You notice on the second story there's a blind pulled back and somebody's watching you all leave.
I don't acknowledge it until I hop in the cart, and then I reach over to help Barnabas up, and I go, someone's looking at us through a blind on the second floor.
I'm going to try and look.
All right. As soon as you start to look over, like, you can scan through, but you don't see anybody. Roll me a perception check.
Obsession have advantage.
You look up and the room, the main window in the hallway right outside your parents' room. You see that the blinds kind of are moving a little bit, like they're settling.
Could be my sister. I don't know why she wasn't at breakfast.
Isn't she at school?
Wrong sister. I have another one.
Oh.
A much younger one.
Oh.
Mom and Dad had a late surprise.
Good for that.
She's only 5. I don't know. But I've had enough of the house today. Let's go.
I mean, I can kind of see why you wanted to leave this place. It's not, I'll be honest, kind of boring.
Oh, there's plenty of stuff to do, as long as I don't have to deal with my parents. Especially my father.
Yeah, he seemed a bit of a...
Dick?
I was gonna say stuck up. I was gonna say stuck up to be a bit nicer, but yeah, no, he was kind of a dick.
So, you all start wrapping around the house, and it does take a minute to get around to the sides of the house, even on the cart with your,
Before they actually spur the cart, though, Bjorn's just eyeballing Barnabas for a little while, and then once he sits in his seat, Bjorn says, so we're going to leave and you're not even going to go say hello to your little sister before we're just going to go?
I imagine if she wasn't down at lunch or breakfast, there was a reason. And I don't want to know what that reason is. I'm not close to any of my siblings.
Okay.
Bjorn.
Okay. Well, then drive on. You know, until someday when you find her in a cage or some shit.
Let's go, Bjorn.
Why do you have to have a conscience, Bjorn?
No, I don't. I can have my own. You don't have to have my conscience. I mean, it's just terrible when you say things like, something might have happened to her and I don't want to be part of whatever happened to her. And she's only 5 and you're a protector, seer of the only God, the only person the God's letting see or speaking to. I don't know. That's just... When I put the 2 and 2 together, it comes out to a totally different number. That's all. But we are going over to the holy area, right?
Stay here.
The holy field?
In a minute. I run back into the house.
Alrighty.
Bjorn just kicks his feet up where the seat was.
I look
And
at
he's
Bjorn
back.
and I just go, impressive.
Thank you.
There's a new puppet
You
master
sure you
in
don't
the
have that
party.
ancestry?
Oh, Barnabas, you walk back inside. Roll me a perception check as you're walking up the stairs.
Nope.
10, nothing. Just how I like it. Anyways, you walk up the stairs and you get to the well, it's still the nursery technically, but it's where your youngest sister currently stays, across the room from your parents. And you walk up there and the door seems to be open just a crack as she's sitting down with a maid up there who's currently helping her with the blocks, and the maid looks over at you. Oh, Barnabas, that's you who came by.
Yes, Marjorie. Yeah. Give me a few minutes to talk to my sister while I'm here, will you?
Oh, yeah, of course. Make sure she doesn't put the blocks in her mouth. She's 5 years old. She shouldn't be sucking on blocks. She walks out.
Isabella?
Barnabas!
How come you didn't come down for breakfast with everybody else?
Oh, I wasn't hungry.
You weren't hungry?
Mm-mm.
Why? What'd you get into?
I found
Come on.
Sis's stash of brownies.
Oh. How long have you been eating Sis's brownies?
Since last night.
How are you feeling this morning?
Fine.
I gotta look in her eyes. I've spent
Medicine
enough time
check.
around. Like I say, I've spent enough time around Durin at this point.
Fair enough, yeah. Yeah, no, she's perfectly, well, I hate to say it, sober.
Was that you I saw staring out at the window?
Sorry, was folding up my bottle. She looks over at you. Mm-mm.
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 Who was it?
Beanstalk.
Beanstalk. Who's Beanstalk?
They reach behind themselves and they pull out this doll that is made completely out of hay, but all of the hay that's like folded over inside of it has been dyed green, and it looks suspiciously like the image of the Green Man that you saw in your vision.
Where did you find Beanstalk?
Beanstalk was around. We went for a walk. Daddy had to talk to Resin, I think.
Yeah, Resin.
Resin, yes. And they went into the barn to talk, and I was outside, and Beanstalk just came up to me.
When he just came up to you.
Yeah. She mimics him walking.
What do you know? Remember what Dad said to Reslin?
I wasn't listening, but it got very loud. I think Dad was mad at him.
Well, Dad gets mad sometimes.
Dad gets mad sometimes.
Well, I'm glad you found Mr. Beanstalk.
Oh, Beanstalk is great. Beanstalk helped me find the brownies.
Did he?
Yeah.
That's very nice of Mr. Beanstalk.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
Sure.
I'm gonna hard cast it, so...
Okay, not sitting there for 10
We're not gonna
minutes.
sit there for 10 minutes.
All right, so you cast the spell. You look down at the doll, and it is radiating conjuration magic.
Has there been anybody new around other than Mr. Beanstalk?
Early this morning, there was the Willem guy. Couldn't hear much. Daddy talked to Willem.
Willem.
Oh, and before that, there was a man. He wore one of those like really nice outfits that upset Daddy.
What'd the man look like?
Oh, sweaty hair, but combed.
I'm gonna try and describe Sybil's father.
Okay. Roll me a performance check. Let's see how well you can describe him to a 5-year-old child. Damn! Well, without the guidance, because you're concentrating on your...
Yeah, I'm concentrating on Detect Magic.
She goes, yeah.
When was this?
Before the brownies.
Before the brownies. Gotta look at the brownies, make sure the brownies aren't...
No magic on the
Okay.
brownies. They look like brownies, like actual brownies.
Can I have one of your brownies?
Sure.
Come on.
Sure.
Thank you.
But you gotta bring me a present from town.
All right, I will bring you a present for town.
Yes.
What do you want? Do you want anything special? Or do you want me to pick?
You pick.
All right, I'll pick.
Okay.
All right. Will you be good, Isabella?
You too.
Then I'll give her my family's like standard kiss on the temple, and
Beanstalk.
I'll give one to Beanstalk too.
Okay. As you lean in, roll me a perception check.
It has teeth and it frickin' bites me.
As you lean in to mimic the kiss, you just ever so subtly hear, "C'est la vie."
All right. I'm gonna head back outside.
There's nothing creepier than a child with a doll.
No, there's not. Really. I'm gonna hand the brownie to Turin.
Ooh, thank you.
It's not just you can have it. That's not. Are there any drugs in that?
Yep, I already ate it.
You take a bite, no drugs. You've never had a brownie without drugs, Theron.
Wait,
It's sweeter.
it's weird.
Tastes funny for another reason. I'm gonna get the cart going.
Okay.
So it seems my father got into a yelling match with Reslin, or a dressing down of Reslin, which I guess doesn't surprise me following what happened at the bar. Seems maybe your father stopped by, Sybil.
Oh, did he?
My sister saw my father talking to a gentleman who seemed to fit your father's description, of that she is 5. There's a chance that the description isn't 100% reliable.
Oh.
But I didn't know if your dad had been out and about for a while, but
He's been running his errands, as far as I know.
somewhere along the line, my sister picked up a creepy little magical, I'm pretty sure, sentient doll from the Green Man.
Now that is
As they
interesting.
do.
No, not as they do, Durin. But
Oh.
yes, Sybil, interesting.
Your family is strange to me. I don't know what's normal here.
That's not normal.
Was there anything wrong with this doll?
It was a conjuration. It repeated part of the phrase to me when I got close to it. But
And you let your sister keep it?
my sister still has it. I didn't really want to go through. If the Green Man wanted me to have it, he would have sent it to me, not to my sister. I have to believe that if he sent it to my sister, he did so for a reason.
Maybe the reason is because you were coming here?
Maybe. But it seems so indirect.
What half of the phrase did it say to you?
It said the very first part, right, Joey?
No, it said the second part, c'est la
Oh, it
vie.
said the second part, c'est la vie. It said the c'est la vie part.
So all destroyed.
Yeah, not a great thing for my sister to be holding on to. But if I try to take it from her, it's just going to cause a commotion and it's going to draw attention. And I don't want my father looking too deep into us right now.
All the carts moving, can I activate Divine Sense? See if the place is consecrated or desecrated?
Okay. Your first use of Divine Sense, because you haven't really used this ability that much before, keep in mind you do have, what is it, 3?
It's charisma.
Charisma modifier, so you have 5.
Charisma plus 1.
So you have 6.
I have 4.
Your charisma is only a 3?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. So, you have 4 uses. Using it right next to the farmhouse, no consecration, no desecration, no other phase within your proximity. But that's something that wouldn't even really stand out on the radar to you, right? Like,
Okay.
but anyways, you all continue traveling out. Pass by a couple of these fields for just a couple of miles. Before, off in the distance, you notice your father's steed set up at one of the posts at the edge of one of the farmlands, where apparently he's working. on your way over to getting to, the Oasis, I guess? Oh, the Verdant Tranquility. The Grove.
Yeah, the yes. I'm just gonna keep heading past it.
All right. As you're along the way with your horse, you do see his head pops up from within the field, and he seems to be walking diagonally to kind of like meet you on the path as you come across him. And as you get over there, he leans on top of his very large sickle, looking at you guys. Barnabas, what you doing out this way?
Just heading this way. We just thought we'd check out some of the fields, and there's is there anything else anywhere near, like, out this way? Like,
oh no, they deliberately keep everything super far away from this. There's some fields, but then the fields end and there's a small area.
No, they've all met Little B, and I wanted to show them where in the fields I met him the first time. And that's out this way. Little B's head will pop out of my backpack to accentuate my point.
Roll me a deception check.
I'm using my other advantage.
It's...
Come on, deception.
There you go.
Double 12s.
All right.
Oh, it's weird. My die looked like a 17.
Oh, shit.
He gives you an incredibly stern look. Well, there's a lot of farmers out this way that are incredibly busy right now. We got a very large shipment that we need to haul out over to out of state. So this path is going to be pretty busy. Recommend you show them a different time.
Of course, Father.
Here, I'll turn your horse around. He goes over, snatches the reins from you, and starts rotating the cart and horse.
Joey, is this whole region like high stock farm, or is it like barren plain?
All high stock farm.
Okay.
Well, wheat's not super high, but yeah. They have wheat, they have corn, they got most of the things you can imagine.
Oh, wheat. I thought you were saying they were competitors.
No, that's your family. That's
Yeah.
your family's thing, not his.
Yeah, weed hits about 4 feet. Corn can get quite a bit taller.
Yeah, corn can get like 8 feet. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Sunflowers.
Yeah.
Wow.
We ain't getting there in a cart.
No.
Well, you could if you could take the roads easily.
Yeah. I'm not going to fight against him. I'll go along with it, and I'll head the other direction.
Yep.
All right, we're going to have to find another path around. And we're probably going to have to hoof it. This is the only road that really went close to it.
Are we on foot?
What'd you say? Kind of cut out.
How far are we? I'm asking Barnabas how far, like, to the grove.
Oh. Survival check, Barnabas. And keep in mind, you traveled for a little while to get to this point, which will put you probably... You're in the afternoon, probably around 1 p.m. at this point.
Okay.
13.
That's the third one in a row.
I know.
Yeah, those D4s don't like you.
Well, it's also the third 12.
Damn. That part I didn't notice. So, the best that you can guess, going back far enough to stash the cart, hoofing it on foot, walking around and trying to navigate your way over there is going to take you probably like 6 hours. If you're going a route where none of the hands that work directly with your father are.
It's going to take the entire rest of the day just to get there.
Is it important?
I mean, it's the only place that I can think to go to look at what's
Yeah, but
going on.
It was a simple answer. Yes,
Yes.
it's important. So now we walk for 6 hours.
Alrighty. You guys down? Hoofing it 6 hours through untamed fields.
And then 6 hours back.
Yeah.
And then driving all the way to be picked up.
Yeah.
And then starting our morning exercise.
I don't think this is a good idea.
It's 14 hours from now. We'll be done and home. That's 12. We'll be up in 6 hours of sleep.
What time of day is it now?
About 1 p.m.
Oh. It's much
Yeah.
later.
So 7.
Yeah,
when we
you
get
guys,
there.
you ended your exercise around 7. You ended up on the edge of the farmlands around like 8 or 9-ish.
Oh.
8-ish. 8 for a little bit. Well, after traveling all the way there. It's 8,500 miles. It's a pretty vast area.
Acres, not miles.
No, it's square miles.
8,500
Square miles. Yeah, the handout. 8,500 square miles. That's the entirety of the farmlands.
Which is 5.4 million acres.
Yeah, it's bigger than
So
you.
is there? So we know the region he's telling us to not be towards.
You just know the path that you're not supposed to go towards. It is a secret location that's not really seen. So Barnabas knows where it is, though. He's been there.
Yeah. There's only one road that runs anywhere near it, and that road is the road Dad's on.
Okay. What about just taking the horse not through a road on the other side of where your dad is?
Just cut through the grain. That'll do a lot of damage to the grain.
Just walking?
Doesn't have to
No,
be
he's
through the
talking about taking the
grain.
cart.
He said the horse.
The
Oh,
horse.
but you're the only one who could ride a horse. Everyone else, you're
Yeah.
you're screwed on that one.
It's not just through the grain.
Regardless-
Isn't there any bit of grass?
You have some of the most fertile land in the entire world. It's farms and then roads. And then villages. But the reason it would take so long is so that you could walk around and get to the next area.
Right. Just don't have any spells yet that helps with any of this.
Well, think of it this way.
You have left foot.
If we don't figure out what's going on, this is all on fire anyway.
And now
Is that
I'm on
supposed-
fucking fire.
So is that supposed to be motivating? I'm not really sure I picked up what the motivation is on that.
The motivation is what's an acre of corn versus the entire land. It's corn, Barnabas.
It's corn.
All right.
Picking up with that.
It has the juice.
It has to do.
Can I plot? Is there like, I mean, it's not all flat land, obviously.
Yeah, of course not.
Can I plot a course around it through a field?
If you were cutting, like just cutting through a field, which is something you cannot gracefully do and
Right.
leave no track behind, you were just a little bit shy of learning how to do that shit when you were still a ranger. But you think it would shave that 6 hours down to about 4?
It's still cutting it awfully close. 8, that means we make it there at 5.
Say you have an hour to look around. That's 6.
Yeah. We're back at 10
To this location.
to this location.
And then
And
you
another
have
couple hours back.
3, 4, 5. About 5 more hours. You're looking at 3 a.m. and you have to be up at 6.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna have to abandon this.
I mean, you guys can do it.
I mean, we have wake up route that might power us through this.
I still think walking there is not a good idea.
It might be a thing for a different day.
The problem is our test is tomorrow.
Well, I didn't say that day.
No, I know. No. That's not what I meant. I meant the
mean-
reason why we need to go back is that our test is tomorrow.
I mean, if what Sybil does anything, no, it's not.
But
I still would rather not take that risk.
I can't take that risk. If I don't get into the school, they will ship me off immediately. And I'll have no chance to come back here and try and deal with this. I'll get sent up to my grandfather's church, and I'll be nowhere near the Grove. I'll turn the cart around.
alrighty.
Right, then you're gonna have to teach us how to ride horses.
Yes. We need horses and we need to learn how to ride.
Or you two. This Dresley doesn't know this, but 3 of you can learn how to ride griffins and just fly the rest of us over.
That is my chosen elective.
As it should be.
Yes. I'm not passing that up.
There was other options?
No.
I'm not doing.
You're not learning how to ride a griffin?
No.
Selfish.
Me neither.
Wow.
Do you want me to go look? I could probably. I'm shorter than all this wheat. I can just sneak through to.
I don't know that you can make it fast enough to be. And you wouldn't be able to find it without me there.
Right. Okay.
Bjorn, what crazy idea. You're tiny. What if you go up and scare his father's horse so it runs in the other direction and we can gallop past him?
Bjorn is just staring at you for the longest time until he finally goes, "Oh, you're serious?" No, the man carries a whip.
And a revolver, but yeah.
I totally thought there was a punchline at the end of that dress. Good lead in. That acting thing's really picking up for you.
It's not terrible. I might be able to convince his animal to run.
If we take the proper path, how long is it?
Oh, if you took the proper path, 30 minutes.
All right. All right, I'm going to strip out of my heavy armor because I don't need disadvantage on stealth checks.
All right.
I'm going to try and sneak up through everything to my dad's horse.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
I am out of freaking.
Do you still have your
I used both of them
player
already.
inspiration?
No, oh, I don't have the heavy armor, but
Yeah, so still a 5.
still 7. Yeah.
Well, you can't
You
guide
still
it.
have
I can't
Slayer
use
control.
guidance
It's
'cause
longer
I
than a
can't
minute
talk.
because you break your
Yeah.
stealth by casting a spell.
Yeah, I get you.
Do you still have from Halo last session?
Oh, I do. Actually, I have 2 from Halo. All right, we're gonna use a halo.
Let's go. Thank him.
Thank you, Halo. Maybe I won't do terrible things here.
I'm pretty sure the plan is to meet him.
All right, 12. That's at least better.
Better than what you had.
All right.
He's working, so
Sure. Yeah, that does give him a small penalty.
Technically, D4 still applies. 14.
Huh? No, D4 doesn't apply because this is a check that takes longer than a minute, and it's an action which breaks you out of stealth to cast the spell.
Oh.
Casting a spell breaks you out of stealth, so it doesn't
Never mind
work.
then.
Yeah. As you are sneaking your way over there, Barnabas, trying to be low to the ground, like you're actually sneaking, or are you just trying to be inconspicuous?
I'm just trying to be inconspicuous. Because I think I'll draw more attention sneaking.
All right. Well, the horse seems to notice you approaching. A handful of the farm hands seem to notice you approaching. Your father also notices you as you get up to his horse.
I'm just gonna pat his horse. And...
He'll start walking towards you.
Is there a reason you're keeping me from my work?
I did not at all. I just came to I realized that I hadn't said hi to Bessie while I was here, and it seemed rude, so I thought I would stop by and say hi before I headed out. I had no intention of disturbing you, and I'm sorry that I did.
Roll me a deception check.
You have another one from Halo. You have one more.
What? I haven't rolled anything, I think, above a freaking 12 all day. Thank
There
you,
you go.
Halo.
Let's
that was
go.
nice.
That's a good one. All right, let me roll his insight check.
Oh, that's medicine.
Oh,
Did I roll the
wrong word.
Yeah.
Oh,
That doesn't matter.
you're not going to beat him. Not on a 23, yeah.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Barnabas, he places a hand on your shoulder and squeezes definitely too fucking hard.
I understand the new motto of that school you're going to. Might be leading you down a straight path. But you're not going to bring that level of shenanigans to my farm. And you ain't going to be bringing none of those companion of yours to my farm again either. You understand?
Yes.
He'll release the grip and pat you on the shoulder.
I think it's about time you head back to school, huh?
I think that sounds like a fabulous idea. Then I'll leave.
He stands right next to the horse, arms crossed, staring at you as you are going.
All right, I'll get back in the cart and just start driving away.
So,
I don't know what I'm gonna do now. He's not beatable.
so you start taking everybody out, heading back past your farmhouse and over onto the roads. After a few hours, you make your way far enough back that you can give back the horse and cart before hoofing it up the hill and getting picked up yet again by Jeeves.
How was your trip, ma'am?
Entertaining.
I was sure to bring you a replacement pair of shoes in the back, as well as perfume to rid yourself of the manures.
You always know exactly what I need, Jeeves. Thank you.
Of course, ma'am. So, he closes the window and leaves you all in the back as he begins driving.
I'll try to sneakily spray some perfume on Durin.
On Durin?
Just one.
Sleight of hand check.
Just a tiny.
Cover that much weed smell.
Wow, it smells like weed and perfume.
No, but I might be able to placate the smell that's coming my way.
That's fair. That's
So-
fair.
Smells like expensive.
Give us that
Now.
sleight of hands. Oh, yeah. None the wiser at all. Yes, you're spraying yourself.
Just do.
All right, guys. So what you're planning? What's your ideas, everybody?
Well, he's on to us now. Or suspicious of us at the very least, so we can't. So we literally, next time we try this, we cannot run into anyone that can talk to him. Which is going to be hard.
Well,
Yeah.
considering recent events, he was likely primed to suspicion.
By your dad?
And by... What's his name?
Rife?
Breslin.
Breslin?
Well, to be fair, my father never trusted me anyways.
There's also that. Puts you at quite a disadvantage.
I have a crackpot idea, if anyone wants to hear it. The principal
than-
owes us a favor. Can we ask for a scroll of teleport?
I'm
Neck. Go ahead, Sybil.
Are we sure that this is worth that?
I mean, at the very least, we're not getting this done before we get into school. Like, we don't have time.
No. Yeah. Does anybody know someone that by the name of Will Hung?
I mean, don't you guys know a drug dealer named Wilhelm?
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Yeah,
Uh,
I avoided snickering at that name because I refused to give you the pleasure. But
It's so good. Anyways,
You're a stickered in character.
that's why you play him. Anyways, history checks. Everybody other than Dresley.
Barnum is my guy.
Sybil. What he's saying at first, like, brings a little chuckle to Durin and Bjorn. But then you start thinking about it. Will Hung? I mean, you don't know a Will, but you know about the Hung dynasty. They're a group of individuals that are, how do we say, very generous donators to your father's campaigns. What other associations outside of that, you're unsure, but you do know the Hung dynasty are very, very generous donators. Not all of the donators can get one-on-ones with your father at a moment's notice. But you don't know it will.
Well, I don't know if they will, but I do know of the Hung Dynasty. Wealthy people. Influential.
No, that makes sense to some extent. You have any idea what business they're in?
Do I know what they do?
No. You just know that they are very generous donators to him, and when they want a meeting with him, he shows up.
I don't know what they do. I just know of them.
Well, it's more than I do. All right, so I don't know. I guess we head back and start working or worrying about tomorrow. Try and get everyone a good night's sleep and.
As you guys are driving past, who typically sits next to the windows in the car?
I sit next to it.
You and Dresley? Okay.
Usually
Perception
it's stuck in the middle.
perception check, Dresley and Sybil.
Oh, yay!
Yeah.
Oh, yay!
There's some houses and houses and houses and houses.
30-20.
A lot of field.
All right, Dresley. As you are driving, you do notice that outside of food establishments. I need its name. Where's that handout? Where's the handout? Quick food places. The Dragon's Breath Diner. Outside of that is a familiar looking town car, and the license plate has Will hung on it.
Hey, Barnabas, isn't that the car that was coming out of your dad's house?
I'll like move my head over, like lean over Dresley to look out the window.
Yeah, you're already past the back, but I mean, it looks like a town car. Yeah, I mean, maybe.
Could be it. Just see the license plate.
The WHLHUNG.
Yeah, that was it. Wait, jeez, we need to stop.
He'll lower the the backdrop a little bit. Madame.
Of the car.
Very well. And he slowly comes to a stop, pulling over to the side.
But that was exactly the response I expected. Don't get me wrong. I knew he was going to check with Sybil first.
Yes. He parks the car. Would you prefer a more discretionary location for me to allow you all to exit the vehicle?
Horse Chiefs.
Very well. He drives down an alleyway where you see there's a couple of cooks, and he, please stay seated for just a moment, steps out, walks to the cooks, and seems to offer them cigarettes and lights them for them, and talks for a moment before both of them kind of walk the opposite direction out of the alley. Then he comes over and opens the door for Sybil to leave, and everybody else, I suppose.
Yes.
You said they were outside of. They were outside a restaurant, or the car was parked outside of a restaurant?
That is correct. That is the Dragon's Breath Diner.
Who's up for a dinner?
Food?
Yeah, always.
Let's go eat at the diner then.
Hell yeah.
But we act real cool.
Yeah, cool. We're just a
Oh, yeah.
couple of kids coming in for dinner.
Go ahead, I'll catch up to you.
Okay.
All right, you cool kids, do your performance check.
Sybil doesn't want anything to do with us.
But when she
Can't be a
sees my
cool kid walking with you.
I say when she sees my performance check, she will be vindicated in that decision.
Hey,
I'm
14.
gonna-
Y'all are
Decent.
cool.
I'm gonna use my session on this.
Let's go. Let's go.
Oh,
24.
sure. Somebody's actually cool.
Nice, nice. All right, we're missing Durin and Bjorn. No, Bjorn
Yeah.
rolled, so Durin and Pyre.
All right.
21. Let's go. Pyre
16.
16. Hey, you guys have a very cool, nonchalant way of entering inside. Outside, you guys are goofy as shit, but the moment you get to the door, very cool. Sybil, you wait outside until they're all in.
Jeeves,
Yes, ma'am.
what do you know of the Hung Dynasty?
They are approximately 30% of your father's political campaign worth in funding.
Yes, but what do they do? Jeeves.
They have their hands in many different markets and dealings, various investments, ownership of large portions of lands.
Do they own any portion of the land we just came from? Do you know?
Only the Bedrock family owns anything within that entire scape of farmland.
Anything in particular they're more publicly known for?
Publicly, no, ma'am. However, I have been instructed previously by your father to allow them into the estate if they ever were to appear, and to not give them too much mind or attention. Would you like to revoke that wish of your father's?
No, not at this point.
Very well, ma'am.
Thank you, Jeeves.
Of course.
Now we'll start heading.
Do. So, everybody else, you get in there. Roll me an insight check. Who here looks like a Wilm Hung?
You're having way too much fun with this name.
Oh, I'm loving it. God damn, y'all are consistent.
I'm using my
session
advantage.
Go for it.
Oh, jeez.
Well, I guess Bjorn and Durin. As everybody is walking in, being incredibly nonchalant, you take a moment to scan around, and Durin, you decide you're looking for somebody who is the antithesis of your father, right? And Bjorn, your mind goes to, you're looking for the guy that looks like the henchman to the bad guy, right? You've read plenty of comics and books. You know that they always have a guy that,
Yeah.
you know, the suit, the
He's wearing
slicked
a
back
dirty
hair.
hat.
Yeah.
That guy.
Like Dresley's hat, you know, something like that. And both of you spot at a table. There are two gentlemen sitting across from one another, taking up an entire booth by themselves with their hats off placed on the table, drinking a small cup of coffee, and seemingly discussing something over a cantaloupe that the one is eating, and a very large rack of ribs that the other one is gnawing on. The first individual with the cantaloupe appears to be a wood elf, while as the man across from him, that one appears to be a tiefling, as they are dressed with very fine suits that are all the way well kept, and they're maneuvering around with deliberate intention. The thing that you would notice, though, Bjorn, sitting next to the wood elf is a briefcase that he has placed sitting upright on the booth directly beside him in a way that it's always in his peripheral vision. That guy looks like a bad guy's henchman.
Yeah, so I go, I think it's that one. To Durin.
See, my eyes were also drawn over there, and not just by the rib.
For me, it's the briefcase. It says.
It could be two things.
Yeah. I'm just. You registered it? That's I registered that. Got it.
So,
I think it's that guy.
there does appear to be the booth behind the tiefling, or sorry, behind the wood elf that has the briefcase next to him that is currently open, as well as a table that's diagonal from the tiefling that is currently open.
Okay, huddle up. I think it's those two in that booth over there. Should we try and get a booth next to them?
Yes.
Okay. Is there a sign that says "Wait to be seated"?
There is, yes.
Does it look like they paid to have all the booths around them empty?
Drez, you don't pick up the vibe of these guys being money throwers. They look like the wrong type of money havers, the non-spenders. Those are the worst people to have money, the ones that never spend it.
So everybody who has money. That's how you end up with money.
That is how that works.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's my fantasy world. I have my thing.
Right.
Fair.
I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm. So, a moment goes by, and a waitress in a very typical diner waitress uniform walks up. Hi, Sugars. How we doing today? Are you looking for a table or a booth?
Booth, please. May we sit in one of those two over there? There are 6 of us.
Oh, yes,
5 of us,
of
sorry.
course, not a problem. As you are all walking over, that's when Sybil, ding ding, walks in.
Oh.
So, you guys all squeeze into the booth. May I start you all off with any refreshments or maybe an appetizer? We do have a bloomin' onion.
Yeah.
Is this going to be one tab or 6 separate checks, or how we divvying this up?
I got it.
One tab
tab.
it is. Now, none of y'all are the dine and dash type of kids, are you?
No.
I hand her a platinum.
Very well, we will get you whatever you need post-haste.
It's just so much easier.
6 cool kids walk in, gotta, be a little concerned. All right, so refreshments. We got lemonade, we got iced tea, we got some cola, we got ourselves some root beer. We also got ourselves that Mountain Dew-esque, if you're looking for that. We got some Kissed Suns, if you're interested in that. We also have water, tea, coffee, cocoa, apple juice,
water for
orange
me,
juice.
please.
Water? Very well.
Yes.
I'll have a root beer.
And I'll order a tea for Barnabas, who went to the restroom because he wanted to know where the tea... Or no. Who wanted to know where the tea was for the cart?
That was
me,
Darren.
but I was only interested because someone said it was there.
Yeah, okay.
Also,
And I just assume everybody else not speaking orders drinks.
Yeah.
Cool. So the waitress walks away, and within a couple of minutes comes back, shilling out all of the drinks. Durin, I assume you purchased the bloomin' onion, as well as the grand sampler appetizer.
Oh, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. And whatever assortment of foods you all request to have made for you. But she does give you all the privacy that you might need at the booth. Who is sitting with their backs to the others, and who's sitting with their fronts to the others?
I would have my front to the others. So probably put Yeah.
I'm feeling ballsy. I'll have my back.
All right, so
I'll
yeah.
I'll sit with my back to them too.
Okay. So Drez and Pyre, you both have your backs. Who else is taking back?
I'll take back.
Okay.
I'll take front.
So Pyre, Dresley, and Barnabas, your backs are to the hung individuals, if you will, while the other three, your fronts, are facing them. So much fun. Anyways. Those of you with... Yeah?
Like I say, I'm just going to try and listen in on the hongs.
Yep. The three of you with your backs, roll me your perception checks to listen.
Oh, I thought Bjorn was going to be able to because his rabbit ears.
Oh, he can because of rabbit ears, but you guys, like, have the very good opportunity. He's just, because his rabbit ears, has the opportunity.
Gotcha.
He could be sitting across the bar and hear them. Like,
Finally rolled decent.
let's go! So, you hear the two of them having a fairly quieted conversation. The wood elf having a much more soothing tone to the way that they speak, whereas the tiefling has a bit of a darker tone to them. Both of them clearly sound like they ain't from Lohio. Well, I must say that today did not go exactly as expected, but I believe we got our message across just fine. I don't like how much of a stick in the mud that guy is. Honestly. Why don't we just do it the shh, 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 shh. Be quiet. There are other patrons here. And I believe we've created enough of a direct influence within this backwater city as of now. What a shame, what a shame. Still don't like having the question marks. If you and I don't get this one done, then, well, everyone else is going to be incredibly mad at us. That is why we will ensure to get it done. Supposedly, the man has, some family that goes to the school here. Ah, which ones? Son and potentially a son, actually, and a daughter. We haven't gotten word back yet about that. Our liaison's currently missing. Liaison? Wait. You don't think they were discovered? No, they would never risk themselves before they actually had to do what they were doing. And if that was the case, we definitely would have heard about that by now. Very well. Well, these ribs are a little overcooked for my taste, but at least this place didn't have those stupid vegan options you love. I don't see what is the problem with enjoying a good melon or two. They're quite sweet. Anyways, we'll revisit them here in a couple of days once our contact comes back. Wait, you mean he's not back yet? But he said that he said he is finishing his job. They'll be back when we need him, and when that happens, I believe we can look into playing a different hand or two. One way or another, we are going to be able to get our money. Fine. What about that operation, though? You heard about those traders that ended up getting captured by a bunch of first years. Yes, I heard about that. They must have been incredibly lazy at that point. And regardless, the traders are not our problem right now. That's just one of many businesses. Well,
hopefully the next shipment that comes in off the sea is gonna be, comes in off the lake is gonna be worth our while. I assure you that it is. Excuse me. He turns and looks at you, Barnabas, the wood elf. You're muted.
What? Huh?
Would you mind passing me the ketchup, please?
Yeah.
You reach over for the ketchup and he takes it. Thank you very much, young man. He squirts a little bit on a little saucer and takes some fries from the guy's plate with the ribs and starts dipping and eating them.
Oh, what a dick! Stealing fries.
Here, you can have this back.
Thanks.
Appreciate it. As he's looking over there, Sybil, even from his side profile, you recognize this man as somebody that has met with your father personally. Are you going to do anything?
Have I met him?
He has met with your father personally, and therefore you've seen him and he has seen you. But you were never introduced.
Then no.
Okay. Allow me to roll a perception check. This is going to be a +4.
Well,
It's bound to happen. I had some really good rolls today.
Yes, for my father.
As he's about to look at you, Sybil, a little fly just and right next to his eye. Stupid flies. It would appear that we have some individuals sitting closer to us. How about we have a more casual conversation? At this point, Barnabas and Dresley, you two hear him, but it's very quiet, and Pyre, after the catch-up, you can't hear anything. Before the catch-up, you heard everything. And then they change the topic very casually. So looking forward to this new season that we're going to have. I hear that football is going to be exceptionally well received within our state. Yeah? You always have to root for the Cloud Giants, don't you? Oh, you know me. Always a fan of the Cloud Giants. Pyre.
Yes.
Does your character care about sports balls at all?
Not at all.
As a member of the Bonks?
Oh, you know what? Yeah, probably.
Okay. The football team of the Bonks, as well as the entire city engulfing it, is the Storm Giants.
And wait, were they talking shit about the Storm Giants?
No, he was saying he's very excited that the Storm Giants are looking very good this year. They're going to be very successful.
Can I roll insight to see if he's bullshitting, if he actually thinks the Storm Giants are going to win?
Go for
I
it.
thought he said Cloud Giants.
Oh, I meant to say Storm, not Plow.
Hmm.
Yeah. Because the Storm Giant is...
I want to insight to see if he actually means Storm Giants to win. They haven't won in fucking years.
Go for it. Oh yeah, dude, he's totally a fan.
Talking about the Storm Giants. That's my team.
Almost the size of New Hampshire, but much bigger than Massachusetts, New Jersey, Hawaii, Connecticut, Delaware, and of course Rhode Island. Yeah, but Rhode Island, New Jersey, and Delaware should all be one state. It's stupid, it's not. And I live in the tri-state area. They should just be one.
And the District of Columbia.
Of course, yeah. So rich. But they go back to having a very casual conversation at this point in time. During the conversation, about 15 minutes go by, your meals are brought out to you. You know, the giant burgers, the slightly overcooked steak, the Cobb salad. I don't know what Sybil eats. Or Tresley, for that matter. But during your guys' enjoyment of the food, the wood elf does stand up. Excuse me, I have to
go use the bathroom real quick. Keep your eye out.
Yeah, of course. And the tiefling seems to look up and over at the three of you that are within looking distance of him. And he just gives you a very toothy, sharp smile.
I grin and wave.
He's looking at the three that were looking towards them, not hearing them, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
I'm eating with my hood up. I'm a teenager. I'm assuming I have a hoodie.
Sounds right to me. Teenager without a girlfriend, you still have your hoodie.
Yeah. It hasn't been stolen yet.
Correct. Anyways. The wood elf has walked away. Tiefling is still enjoying his ribs, but he seems to be watching the establishment right now.
You know, probably whatever information we need to know is in that briefcase.
Is this above board, or are you saying this out loud?
I just whisper it, just like I did.
Yes, but we're terrible at that.
How is your food, Bjorn? Are you enjoying your food?
Who?
Are you enjoying your food?
No. My hamburger is way overcooked. But, I mean, it's fine. The carrots are good.
Just feeding the stereotype.
And this white, creamy sauce that you get to dip them in is delicious.
Ranch.
Ranch.
He's a
I'm
ranch
gonna
man.
pretend like I'm getting sick. It's like, I think there was something wrong in that coleslaw. Get up. And I try to go to the bathroom.
I kind of just push my plate aside.
Okay. Dresley, I need you to roll me a performance or deception. I'll allow either one.
It's the same, I guess. Dude. 17.
Okay. You excuse yourself out of the booth. Everybody else has to move. And perception check the three lookers.
Since we have to, who has to get out of the booth? Am I one of the people who gets to get out of the booth?
No, you were a
I'm gonna
looker. Dresley was a
Okay.
listener.
I was a listener too, so I can't look.
Yeah. So that's Durin, Dresley, and Sybil. Dresley, we're excluding you because you're the one skadoodling. Sybil, you notice it. As Dresley is leaving, the guy's focus, like, he becomes hyper-focused on Dresley, watching him as he's leaving, and you sense that his attention on Dresley is so focused, he's not really keeping an eye on the briefcase right now.
I'm going to do hand signals towards Bjorn to try and get him to direct his focus towards the briefcase, and I'm going to do like a take motion.
I duck under the table.
Stealth check.
Slide over. Stealth check. Okay. Come on, big number. Fuck hell.
You have a viewer inspiration.
Ah, shit. Can I roll a viewer inspiration?
That's the only way you get to re-roll.
Okay. There we go.
18.
Much better.
Much better.
That is much better.
You beat his passive. But you do have to thank whoever gave it to you. Halo?
Hold on, I have a note. Thank you, Halo.
Thank you, Halo.
He doesn't have a negative because he's hyper fixated on me.
No, he has his passive, but there was zero chance without a distraction because he's looking at it. With a distraction, now we're just using his passive. So Bjorn, you kind of like slither your way down to the bottom, put your
Yeah.
feet up against the stand of the table, push yourself as skinny as you can be underneath the very small opening of the booths. And when you pop out, your eyes looking up, you can see the tip of it, and your ears just wrap around and slowly lower it to you. As you lower it and you start wiggling your feet. Who else is on your side? That would be Durin. You're on the listening side,
Durin.
right?
No, I'm on the watching side.
Oh, so Barnabas, you're listening.
Yeah.
Barnabas, you see him wiggling his feet like he needs to get pulled or
Try-
something.
Pull him.
You pull his feet as you slide away, slide back up. Dresley, you make it over to the restroom, and by the time you're over there, he seems to still be focused on the restroom.
I want to try the latches real fast.
It's a combination lock.
Fuck hell.
We're getting away with that.
000
3 doesn't open.
That's
123.
Doesn't open.
You're not getting that open
666.
here.
It opens.
Yeah.
I'm going
Screw
to.
you. Screw you. You're not that predictable.
Well,
Yes,
well,
I am.
okay.
Are you kidding me? What are you saying, Sybil? Sorry.
420 was my guess.
While the guy's still looking towards Dresley and the bathroom area and whatnot, I'm going to kind of motion for the party to like stand up and start moving.
Noble sacrifice, Dresley.
If I can get it open, I want to open it, peek inside if there's paperwork or something. I'm going to grab all the paperwork, close it, lock it, spin the tumbler again, and then I'm going to try and slide back in and put it back, and then tuck the papers underneath my hoodie.
You need a second
then-
distraction if you're going to try to put it back.
I need to put it back.
You need a second distraction.
I'm
Well,
going to take Bjorn's food.
Yeah.
And I'm going to stand up and I'm going to start moving towards where the server is, and I'm going to like very loudly be like, "Hey, can you take a look at this really quickly? Because I think this food is a little bit like, I don't know, it made my friend feel a little bit weird. So maybe we can," and just kind of like cause a bit of a commotion.
Roll me a performance
Sure.
or deception.
I will do my my session advantage.
Oh yeah, he can't beat that. So he, as he's kind of like watching Dresley's area, you notice he kind of like leans out to like listen in as he looks down at his ribs and then looks over like, "Oh shit, did I eat something bad?" Like a little concerned. Bjorn, you take that opportunity, drop, kick,
Yeah.
place, drag.
Grab his legs back. And
You shove all of the paperwork. Roll me a quick investigation, though.
All right. I'm going to use my. I read the. Is there one
Recap.
for? I read the.
Recap gives you advantage. Yep.
Right on. Well, okay. It's 14.
14's not bad. You find all of the paperwork, and as you jumble it all together and place it into your coat, there's also a floppy disk.
Oh my god, not a fucking floppy disk.
Okay, well, whatever. I grabbed that floppy disk. I don't know what it is, so I just hand it to Pyre because I'm like, hide this.
Pyre, 25 megs! Whew.
Whoa! I hide it.
It's a monster.
Possible.
It's a
Sorry.
fantasy world. I don't give a fuck.
Even encrypted, that was never possible. but-
it's possible. It's a zip.
But is it
There
Kim
used to
possible?
be there used to be that special drive you could buy that had
on
its
the
own.
80s.
Oh yeah, those didn't come out to the 90s. You're right.
It's the 90s.
They're super rich. Shut up.
Okay.
It's a fantasy setting. I don't go. I told you, techie guys, you're gonna hate me.
Yeah.
But anyways, Sybil, you give your best performance. Oh, we'll go. I'll have the chef look at this, and if you want, we can call the hospital about getting your friend some medical assistance.
Oh no, I think he'll be okay. He was just feeling a little bit icky in the tummy.
Oh, don't worry about your guys' meal. We'll cover it. Okay?
Are you sure we really don't want to be an
No.
inconvenience?
No. Your friend actually tipped us handsomely, anyways. But even regardless of that, we'll cover. It's fine. I hope he feels better. Okay.
Thank you
I'm in the
so
stall
much.
making myself vomit.
Well, when you get into the bathroom, you see the wood elf is in there, currently washing his hands, who looks in the reflection of the mirror over at you, Dresley.
I'm gonna look panicked and go into a stall.
Okay. Give me a performance check. Oh yeah. Oh
The
yeah. You
gnarliest
have
gag.
helped so many people having to deal with getting sick at your parties and other parties. You know how it's supposed to sound, and as you're doing the performance, you even hear the guy in there go, and he walks out. Very quickly, he walks out, goes back over to the table where Sybil, you're like starting to go back, and he goes over to the booth, reaches over, picks up the briefcase, looks at it a couple of times, reaches in his pocket and places down 2 gold pieces, and the two of them stand up and begin walking out. As they pass by you, Sybil, the one wood elf does kind of like look at you for a moment and gives like the briefest of a double take. Ah, you're Miss Examinos, correct?
That would be me. Do I have a minute?
Fleetingly, one time. My name is Yinrin.
I'm gonna have to write that on this.
Yinrin Hung. He'll reach out to shake your hand. I am a donator to your father's political campaigns.
Oh, I've heard of you, yes. Pleasure to me.
Pleasure is all mine, madame.
And-
Would you mind, are you starting at the local academia here in town?
You don't mean the Eldermage Academy, do you? Because if so, then no.
No, the, I believe at this one it's the high school Eldermage.
Oh, in that case, yes.
You are. He takes out a business card and hands it over to you. I'm very curious to see if there's any way that I can assist your school, generously so, in maybe getting some proper equipment that they don't necessarily have already. If you would be so kind as to call me on this number sometime, and we can discuss that. And, of course, feel free to invite your father as well. I'm sure he would love to sit down with myself and you to learn about your classmates and their needs and things like that.
Well, it just so happens that not even a couple of days ago I joined a house in Eldermage High, holy shit.
Yeah, Eldermage.
And in fact, we could use some funding, so maybe we could discuss that.
Feel free to call me. Under
Well-
normal business hours.
It's the
It's a-
polite thing to do.
Pleasure to see you again, young
Likewise.
Miss Examinos. And he'll nonchalantly wave at everybody else you're sitting with. Barnabas, I need you to roll me a stealth check to... Yeah.
Oh.
I will try to keep his attention as well
Nope.
as he's like,
Nope. No way.
2. Wow. It would seem that your table is, well, filled with the local celebrities, isn't it? You must be, Rufus Bedrock, correct?
Yes.
Pleasure to meet your acquaintance, young man. My name is
Pleasure.
Yinrin Hung, and he'll shake your hand.
Who the hell is Rufus?
Oh, Oh,
Motherfucking Rufus in the house.
I
Eighth.
elbow in. It's his brother.
And of course, no one shall forget young Mr. Goodleaf, I believe.
That's me.
And of course, Mr. Silverfoot. Pleasure. Oh, please don't be surprised. My company and family have a very wide range of influences and, well, hands in many different honey jars, if you would.
It's a really good thing I'm not there right now, I guess.
You're really well informed about local high school students.
Oh, on the contrary, it is mostly your parents whom I have direct lines of contact with on different occasions in order to make sure that business is blooming for your fine city of Spellington Heights as well as for me and my family. But what would we be if we wouldn't be able to show the proper respect to their family? I mean, family is the most important thing, correct?
That's the creed we live by in the old Bedrock household.
Of course.
Not to mention, my father wouldn't be able to accomplish as much as he has without your assistance. Or assistance of your family.
Please. I'm sure he would find his way. He is a very passionate and dedicated man to his goals and endeavors. That's one of the reasons we feel so motivated to assist him. And, you know what? He reaches into his pocket, pulls out a platinum piece. Your meal is on us. Be sure to be in touch.
You. Thank you, Mr. Hung. I will.
Good. And the tiefling individual kind of stands up and walks with him out as they're walking out. Bjorn, you hear him as he's kind of like lifting the briefcase up and down. Seems a little light. Maybe I am just lighter after that. And they walk out. And I think this
We
is
need to get out of here.
I think this is a great place to end the session this week. Players, thank you all very much for playing. Viewers, thank you very much for watching. And please keep in mind one little thing. How does the Hung family know all of your families?
Doesn't know my
next
family.
time. True.
Doesn't know I exist.
True. See you next time.